Gentlemen, I need to ask you something direct. Have you ever been with your partner, completely present in the moment, giving everything you've got, but somehow you sense she's somewhere else mentally? Maybe she's engaged, maybe she's enjoying the connection, but that explosive release you're hoping to give her never quite arrives. Here's what most men don't realize. You're experiencing something that affects millions of couples. Research reveals that while approximately 95% of men reach climax during intimacy, only about 65% of women do consistently. The gap isn't about effort or stamina. It's about understanding female anatomy at a level most of us were never taught. So here's the question that matters. Can we actually use science to bridge that gap? Can we learn exactly which positions maximize her pleasure without fumbling through awkward conversations or feeling like we're constantly guessing? The answer is yes. Neuroscientists and sex researchers have used advanced imaging technology, including MRI and Doppler ultrasound, to map blood flow patterns and nerve stimulation during various positions. What they discovered will change how you approach intimacy forever. Today, I'm revealing the 4 scientifically superior positions for female satisfaction, ranked by their effectiveness. Stay until the end, because I'll also share a game-changing technique that amplifies pleasure in any position you choose. Before we dive deep, take 1 second to hit that like button. It pushes this information to more men who are committed to becoming better partners. Drop a comment telling me what city you're watching from. I love connecting with this incredible community of men in their 40s, 50s, and beyond who refuse to settle for mediocrity. And if you're new here, subscribe now. Each week, I deliver evidence-based strategies to help you stay virile, confident, and deeply connected with your partner. Let's address the elephant in the bedroom. For generations, men have been sold a damaging myth. If you just thrust long enough and hard enough, she'll inevitably reach that peak. Hollywood, locker room conversations, and even some outdated sex education reinforced this idea. But here's the anatomical reality that changes everything. Approximately 75% of women cannot achieve orgasm through penetration alone, regardless of duration or intensity. This isn't a reflection of your performance. It's basic biology. The clitoris contains roughly 8,000 nerve endings, more than twice the number found in the penis. But here's the critical part. The majority of clitoral tissue is actually internal, extending several inches inside the body in a wishbone shape around the vaginal canal. During standard penetrative movements, most of this nerve-rich tissue receives minimal stimulation unless the angle creates indirect pressure. This isn't guesswork anymore. Researchers have literally filmed what happens inside the body during different positions using 3D ultrasound technology. They've measured which angles increase blood flow to the clitoral complex. They've documented which positions create the mechanical friction that translates to pleasure. What this means for you is simple. With the right information, you can exponentially increase her likelihood of satisfaction. I'm Dr. Ada James, a urologist specializing in sexual health with over a decade of clinical experience. In my practice, I've counseled hundreds of couples struggling with this exact frustration. When a woman consistently doesn't reach orgasm, it creates a ripple effect. She may start avoiding intimacy. You might internalize it as personal failure. Resentment can build silently. Many couples eventually resign themselves to this being just how things are. But a comprehensive 2022 study using real-time ultrasound imaging proved definitively that position selection matters enormously. Today, I'm translating that research into practical guidance you can implement tonight. Number 4. The seated embrace. While this position doesn't top the list for pure mechanical stimulation, it dominates in a crucial category: emotional safety. The biology. Sitting positions create moderate clitoral contact through natural rocking motions. More importantly, this upright alignment allows gravity to work with you, pulling blood flow downward and increasing engorgement of sensitive tissues. The emotional component: this is maximum intimacy. Your faces are inches apart. Eye contact is constant. You can kiss deeply, whisper, and read each other's expressions. For many women, psychological safety is the foundation that allows physical release to happen. Feeling truly seen and desired often matters more than technique. The practical application: try the edge of your bed or a stable armchair. This works beautifully for evenings when you want to prioritize emotional connection over athletic performance. Let the position do the work while you focus on presence. Number 3. Coital alignment technique. This modified approach is criminally underutilized despite having substantial research support. The biology: instead of traditional thrusting, both partners shift positioning slightly upward so the base of your pelvis maintains continuous sliding pressure against her clitoral area. Studies show this creates consistent stimulation of the external clitoris, while the internal portions experience indirect pressure. The emotional component: this removes the performance pressure entirely. You're not trying to achieve some perfect rhythm. Instead, you're creating a synchronized rocking motion together. It transforms sex from a solo performance into a genuine duet. The practical application: it requires initial adjustment to find your rhythm together. Communicate openly. Some couples laugh during the learning phase, which actually enhances intimacy. Once you lock into the pattern, the stimulation becomes relentless and highly effective. Number 2. Elevated missionary. Traditional missionary has been the default for centuries, but one evidence-based modification transforms it completely. The biology: placing a firm pillow or wedge under her hips tilts her pelvis upward by approximately 30 degrees. Ultrasound studies demonstrate this alignment allows your natural movements to create significantly more direct friction against the clitoral hood and external structures. The angle also increases G-spot contact for women who respond to internal stimulation. The emotional component: you preserve the face-to-face intimacy and eye contact that many couples cherish, while solving the mechanical angle problem that makes standard missionary ineffective for many women. The practical application: keep a firm, decorative pillow within reach. Positioning it takes 2 seconds and feels completely natural. This small adjustment can be the difference between frustration and satisfaction. Number 1. Female superior position. According to multiple studies, this position consistently ranks highest for female orgasm likelihood. The biology: she controls every variable: angle, depth, speed, and pressure. When she leans forward, the clitoral contact increases dramatically. Research using Doppler ultrasound shows this position produces the highest measurable blood flow to the clitoral complex. The internal clitoral legs receive compression, while the external portion maintains contact with your pubic bone. The emotional component: this creates genuine empowerment. She doesn't have to hope you discover the right spot. She can actively pursue her own pleasure while you remain fully engaged. The practical application: your role becomes the stable foundation. Stay present, maintain connection through touch and eye contact, and match her energy without trying to control the pace. Universal techniques that amplify every position. Regardless of which position you choose, integrate these evidence-based enhancements. Micro adjustments in hip angle can create massive differences in stimulation. Experiment with subtle shifts. Shallow penetration often provides more nerve stimulation than deep thrusting, because the highest concentration of nerve endings exists in the outer third of the vaginal canal. Encourage her to add manual stimulation or incorporate a small external device. Research indicates this combination increases orgasm likelihood by approximately 70%. If you've internalized the belief that you're somehow inadequate because intimacy hasn't clicked consistently, release that burden right now. Every woman's anatomy and preferences are unique. The genuine secret isn't flawless technique. It's cultivating curiosity and creating space for honest communication. When she feels you're her collaborator in exploration rather than her evaluator, intimacy transforms naturally. Your value as a partner isn't determined by orgasm statistics. It's measured by the depth of connection and safety you create together. Gentlemen, aging doesn't diminish your capacity for passion. Your body changes certainly, but your ability to connect emotionally, learn continuously, and provide genuine pleasure actually deepens with experience and patience. Choose one position to explore this week. Which one intrigues you most? Share in the comments below. I personally read every response. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe so you never miss future insights. I'm Dr. Ada James. Prioritize your health. Invest in your relationship. Never stop learning. You're absolutely worth the effort.